Ready to add some drama to your garden? We're talking vertical gardens and the climbing plants that make them amazing.
It's more than just sticking a plant by a wall.
Definitely not. The source we're diving into today, they get that. It's like they want us to connect with these plants, not just, use them.
Absolutely. It's about finding the climbers that fit your garden dreams. And this source, they start right off talking about how some plants are natural climbers, tendrils, rootlets, those guys.
Yeah. But others need a little help. Like imagine putting a non-clinging vine on a bare wall. Recipe for disaster.
Exactly. Droopy mess instead of that gorgeous green wall you were picturing.
So knowing what your plant can do is step one, but climate, big one too, right? The source had this whole thing about bougainvillea.
The frustration of Madrid, they called it. Beautiful plant, loves the sun, hates the cold.
Poor Madrid. Okay, so lesson learned, work with your climate. What climbers did this source love? They had a whole system.
They did, organized by growth rate, which I thought was smart.
Yeah.
Gotta love those fast growers. Passion flower, wisteria.
Passion flower, those flowers are unreal.
Hmm.
But not so hardy in the cold, if I remember right.
You got it. Got to factor that in. Then there's wisteria. Those blooms are stunning, but they don't last.
Trade-offs, right? No, grapevine, that's a win-win. Fast, shady, and you get grapes.
Exactly. Speaking of interesting growth, they mentioned jasmine, called its rate an incognita.
Had to look that one up, means unknown. Kind of fits though, right? Like Jasmine's the friend who surprises you. Always charming though, especially that smell.
Absolutely. Now, for a climber, everyone knows ivy. Tough, tons of varieties,
You
but
get a little too happy, right?
like that friend who's a bit too into hugs. Good intentions might suffocate you. So we've got our overachiever, their ultimate climber, honeysuckle.
Get out. Really, didn't see that coming. Why honeysuckle? What's so great about it?
Right. You picture those flowers, that smell, but there's more. This source, they were into it. 10 meters of growth, 6 months, that's honeysuckle.
Whoa, okay, that's a lot. But high maintenance probably, right?
Yeah.
To keep it under control.
You'd think, but it's more like training it. Like you're not just letting it go nuts, you're shaping it.
Yeah.
Living sculptures almost.
Now that you mention it, the source did say something about that, shaping it, arches and stuff, even hedges, right?
Yep. Not all climbers can do that, though. Remember Ivy? Hugger friend. Gets out of hand fast. The source was big on keeping it away from trees, actually.
Yeah, choking the poor things out. So much for a friendly hug, huh? Even plants compete, I guess.
It's true. And that's where we come in, right?
Mhm.
Gardeners, we're not just watching this happen, we're making choices. What grows where, how wild it gets.
It's like finding that balance, beauty and what actually works.
And what kind of garden you want.
Mhm.
Romantic, wild, or something modern, sleek.
Mhm.
The source was big on that, plants reflecting us.
Right, like climbing roses, total old world vibes.
Right.
But star jasmine on a minimalist trellis, totally different feel.
Exactly. And then there's just memory. The honeysuckle nectar thing took me right back.
Oh, 100%. Smells are powerful, right? Honeysuckle, for me, it's my grandma's garden. Summer nights, it really takes you back, doesn't it? What about you? Any plants that just, boom, memory lane?
Oh, for sure. Fresh cut grass, weirdly enough. Summers as a kid, running around.
Love that. It's like everyone's got that one, right? Sensory time machine, hidden in plain sight. And that's the thing with climbing plants. It's more than looks. It's feelings, memories.
Yeah. What vibe are you going for? That sweet honeysuckle, almost magical, like childhood, or
Mhm.
something bolder, passion flower, those colors. Like a whole adventure. It's up to you.
That's what gets me about gardening. You're making something yours, reflecting you,
100%. And as you get into it, the different plants, how they grow, what they need, it's like you learn about yourself too.
Truth. And there's always more to learn, something new to try. That's what's exciting. Doesn't matter if you've got years of experience or you're just starting out climbing plants, there's a whole world there. So get out there, experiment. Don't be afraid to make your garden yours. And tell us about it. We want to see what you come up with. Those climbers that just grab you. The memories, the successes, share them. Happy gardening, everybody.